Hey everybody, it's your boy Chris Avalon here. Well, let me fix this so I look fabulous. Ooh, giving you pectoral realness. Okay, let me stop. Hey everybody, welcome to a new segment. Well, not a new segment, but it's just a segment where I'm just gonna go and round off a couple of hot topics that are just so piping hot. The tea is too piping hot. There's so much shit that's been happening throughout the week, and it's already Wednesday. I already know, like, I got way too much stuff already on the docket for Saturday's radio show, the Chris Avalon Show. If you haven't listened to it, definitely subscribe. You can go over on iTunes, listen to it, or the old back episodes. You could also, Chris Avalon Show. Pretty simple. I also do like little videos of it on YouTube as I'm doing it live, so I may do that this weekend as well. But also, yeah, so Stitcher app. Also download the All Digital Radio app so that way you can listen to me live every Saturday from 2 to 4 on alldigitalradio.com. So that way you can take me on the go and all that other good stuff. So now let's move on from the promotional part and let's get into a couple of topics that I definitely want to round off before Saturday comes, because I got to get ahead of the curve. Like, you know, it's a competition on these goddamn streets. But anyway, so I basically wanted to talk about, excuse me, the nominations for the 2018 Video Music Awards. So it was released a couple of days ago, and I got my notes, so yeah, I may be glancing over, so that means that goes over to show that I am being accurate with my stuff. So, what is it? So, Cardi B, congratulations to her, has been nominated for 10 awards, including Video Song and Artist of the Year. I didn't even know she put out that much stuff to be even nominated for 10, but I digress. And I like Cardi, by the way, so congratulations to her. The Carters, who we all know as Jay-Z and Beyonce, received 8 nominations for their single Ape Shit, because they haven't released anything else from that album. And quite frankly, I wasn't really a fan of the Carters, you know, album that they did. Well, is it an album? Is it a full record? Is it an EP? I'm kind of confused. It's like 9 songs, and I think you get an extra one off a title, which I don't subscribe to. But, besides Ape Shit, the rest of the album is like, eh. And I don't even know if they'll win. They'll probably just throw them a bone because of Jay-Z and Beyonce. But I really feel like that's going to be Cardi's big night. Ariana Grande also got some love. She'll be walking away with 5 nominations for her trippy No Tears Left to Cry video. Might I say, I love the video, not really a fan of the song. And Janelle Monáe received 3 for her videos Pink and Make Me Feel. I have to say, her Dirty Computer short film, if that's what we want to call it, I was actually quite impressed with that. I loved it. I didn't watch it on MTV or BET, wherever they were showing it at when it first came out, but I did watch it when it was posted on YouTube, and I definitely liked the whole structure, the story, the visuals, the songs. Like, I definitely feel like this is the first, and I like Janelle Monáe, but this is the first time I really like got into her music. I think it was because she liberated herself by coming out as a queer woman, and she started going in and just embracing her true, authentic self. And the minute you start doing that, then I feel like the weight is off your shoulders. You don't have to hide as much anymore. And then it's all about the music. And then people start to feel like they feel your joy and everything coming through it. But just so you know, in case you didn't know, the VMAs are going to be live Monday, August 20th at 9 p.m. on 9 p.m. Does that mean it's going to be short? Because usually I always thought they posted earlier. But anyway, because I'm thinking 9 or 11. It's probably going to be, well, you know what? Maybe they're doing, it's going to be at Radio City in New York. But I'm wondering, I was like, why are they making it so short? Is it because, I mean, is it going to be from 9 or 11 because the music industry is in the shitter, that basically people aren't purchasing music like they used to? Music video awards or video or any kind of award shows just doesn't have that thing, that panache, that X factor that people love. And when people aren't really watching a lot of award shows, they're just like getting the highlights off of social media or whatever. But, you know, me being in media, I got to pay attention. I got to watch all of that. I got to pay attention, and I got to come with all the stuff. So I don't know. I just feel like the way we consume music has changed so much. Maybe people just aren't feeling award shows anymore. So they probably just cut it down. But anyway, I just want to give like a couple of who I think will probably walk away with some movement. I'm going to just do the important ones and we're going to move on because I don't want to bore you all with all this stuff. Ariana Grande for Video of the Year, No Tears Left to Cry. Bruno Mars featuring Cardi B, Finesse, the remix. Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug, Havana. The Carters, Ape Shit. Childish Gambino, This Is America. And Drake, God's Plan. while God's Plan basically pays homage to black women, which I absolutely love, there's a lot of politically motivated videos that I'm looking at. If we're going to talk popularity, I'm sure people will go with Bruno Mars and Cardi B for Finesse, even though that video was a blatant ripoff of A Living Color. I don't even know why that would even be in there, so I would just cancel that out. Ariana Grande's No Tears Left to Cry. It's a visual I like the visuals and all the green screens and all the crazy shit that you had her going through in that video, and everything was upside down and all the other stuff. It felt like I was in an episode of Stranger Things watching that video. Camila Cabello, no. Sorry, sis. You're not even getting nowhere near that. God's Plan, while I do like, I said, the whole woman's, you know, the embracing black women and that positive thing, I don't see that one as winning either. I would think it would have to be Childish Gambino's This Is America, and it's only because of it's a more controversial video. It got a lot of people talking. It pretty much had everybody just like at a standstill watching this video. And it was a video you had to watch multiple times to catch everything that was going on. And it sends a powerful message. So in my opinion, I would give it to Childish Gambino. Artist of the Year, Ariana Grande, Bruno Mars, Camila Cabello, Cardi B, Drake, and Post Malone. I just think y'all just want to throw somebody white up in there because y'all just can't do anything about hip hop and not have somebody white trying to whitewash it. So I think that's why y'all threw Post Malone's dirty ass up in there. I don't know. That boy looked like he stink. His ass stink. His breath stink. His hair stink. His skin looked nasty. He just looked full on dirty. And I remember I was watching Coachella on YouTube when they streamed that shit and he performed before Beyonce. First of all, that shit went on forever. I'm like, what the fuck do people see in Post Malone? But he ain't my cup of tea. Clearly you can tell from me with all the shit I'm saying. But out of all of those artists of the year, the person who had the biggest year is Cardi B. So she's the one hands down that should get it. Song of the year, Bruno Mars featuring Cardi B, Finesse. Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug, Havana. Drake, God's Plan. Dua Lipa, New Rules. Ed Sheeran, Perfect. Post Malone featuring 21 Savage, Rockstar. I don't care about none of these goddamn songs, quite frankly. Who knows? I guess give it to Drake. I think that's it. Oh wait, we should do Best Pop. Ariana Grande, Camila Cabello featuring Young Thug, Demi Lovato, Sorry Not Sorry, Ed Sheeran, Perfect. Pink always gets thrown under the bus. Nobody don't never care about Pink. Y'all just be doing her dirty. So fuck all of y'all. What about us? Shawn Mendes, In My Blood. Best Pop probably go to Ariana Grande or Camila Cabello. One of those two. Best Hip Hop, Cardi B featuring 21 Savage. The Carters, Ape Shit, Drake, God's Plan, J. Cole, ATM, Migos featuring Drake, and Nicki Minaj, Chun-Li. I say give it to Cardi B. Now, the Latin part I felt was kind of fun, because we're going to move on after this, because I don't really care about none of these other ones. Best Dance, I think, is going to go to Avicii feature Rita Ora, only because Avicii killed himself. And they'll probably just give it to them for that. But usually when it comes to dance, y'all love giving it to the Chainsmokers. And they only came out with that one good song with Daya. And ever since then, y'all just be trying to act like they're like the saviors of dance. And their music is god-awful. I don't know how they got to be the saviors of dance music, but whatever. And Best Rock, I think, is going to go to Linkin Park because, you know, Chester Bennington. I mean, in the category is Fall Out Boy, Foo Fighters, Imagine Dragons, Panic at the Disco, and 30 Seconds to Mars. And while they're all famous in their own right, I think it's going to be between Linkin Park and Foo Fighters. Unless y'all want an excuse to just have Jared Leto show up, and then you'll give him an award. But Best Latin, Daddy Yankee, Dura. That's like my song. I love that damn song. I play that shit all the time. J Balvin, Willie William, Mi Gente. That song is about a year old. I feel like it's been around longer than that. And to me, I feel like that's already won a lot of awards. So I don't care about that. I think that cancels itself out. Jennifer Lopez featuring DJ Khaled and Cardi B, Dinero. I absolutely despise that song. I think that song is horrible. I can't stand DJ Khaled, and I told her I can't stand him and that damn ventriloquist dummy he likes to run around with that child of his, where he got to have it as a prop with him everywhere. If he's not on the 4, or if he's coming up on stages at award shows, it's always that. But Jennifer Lopez sells that song, even though it's horrible. Like, her live performances of it, I love. And yo quiero dinero. Like, I like that when she says that, because the chorus is just so easy to say. And it gets stuck in your head. But the rest of the song is just basura, basically. You know, I had to keep it with the Latin theme. Luis Fonsi and Demi Lovato, Eche Bien La Culpa. I do like that song, but I don't see it winning. Maluma, Felices Los Four. I like Maluma, but I'm about tired of looking at him too. Like, I guess because I follow him on Instagram, he's always posting and he's always touring and stuff. So Maluma, nobody is not really on a lot of people's radar unless you're really into the Latin thing. But and Shakira and Maluma, that song that they did together off her album is so old. Like, we need to move on from that. So I say give it to Daddy Yankee, but I have a feeling they'll give it to Mi Gente, even though that song is old as hell. But I would say give it to Daddy Yankee because that was like a big hit for him to come out earlier this year, like it was like in the beginning of the summer, or maybe it was earlier that because you know so many songs comes out. But anyway, let's move on because I know I'm probably boring the hell out of y'all with this goddamn MTV nomination shit. So let's speaking of MTV nominations or awards, let's talk about Missy Elliott. So Missy Elliott, there's rumors swirling that she may be in the next contender to get the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. Now, she went on Twitter and basically debunked the rumors and basically said the following. She was like, although this would be amazing and I would be so humbled, I'm sorry to say I don't think I'm even on the list for the VMA's Video Vanguard Awards. Because Global Grind, I believe, hit her up and was like, congrats at Missy Elliott. The VMA Video Vanguard Award had your name written all over it. Very well deserved. Plus 21 years of... Look, Missy Elliott has been in this industry for 2 decades. She has pushed the boundaries in regards of hip-hop with this futuristic style of hip-hop music, like rapping over like these futuristic beats with her and Timbaland. So to me, I looked at Timbaland and Missy as the Neo and Trinity of the, well, Morpheus and Trinity. I was like Neo and Trinity. Morpheus, they were the Morpheus and Trinity of hip-hop, in my opinion. Like, they basically, it was like the Matrix with them. Like, they basically took this futuristic hip-hop sound and all these different things and incorporated it into their music. And Missy came out with this creative style of rap that we hadn't heard before. So, yes, she was inspired by like Michael Jackson and Janet and all these other, there's so many visual people, Madonna, Prince. She's been inspired by all those people, but she's taken a lot of those things that she's been inspired by and has made it her own. Like, who else was dancing in music videos, have made their debut in a music video in a fucking garbage bag, dancing in the rain, super duper fly? Like, Missy Elliott pushed the boundaries of videos, and to me, if she's not even suggested for this, I don't understand what's taking MTV so long to acknowledge the cultural impact Missy's music has not only had on hip-hop, but how her music videos have as well. So for y'all to just be mad late, I don't even know who won last year or what woman has. If y'all know, write it in the comments and put me on. But I'm just going off of, you know, all this other stuff. But Missy should definitely win the Video Vanguard Award. It's long overdue and it's well deserved. Okay, so now this mess where I gagged when I just came because I was out in the city. I wasn't really into my phone and checking what was going on. But as soon as I heard this tea, I had to get all my shit open, my laptop, all my stuff, my info, my tea, my everything. I was even thinking about making me some tea to sit as I tell y'all this. But how the fuck I come in and find out from being on TMZ that Faith Evans, you know, R&B singer, former wife of Notorious B.I.G. Oh, and I got something to tell you about them two in a second, but we got to get this thing out the way first. How the hell I found out Faith Evans married none other than Stevie J from Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta. Yes, I just found this out, and I'm gagging. I'm like, bitch, of all the people in the music industry, you're going to marry Stevie bum-ass J? Really? Especially when... But then again, thinking about it, maybe he's doing this to save himself a spot on the next season of Love and Hip Hop. Or maybe this is a way for him to have something to talk about on that spinoff. That's if VH1 is still recording the spinoff for him to do. But, yeah, because I have to say, Love and Hip Hop this season, Atlanta, was god-awful. Thank God it's over. I actually watched the first episode where Kirk and fake-ass Rashida's whole baby marriage, cheating, whatever that storyline was that they cooked up that kept all of you hoes entertained. Because after that first episode, I turned that shit off. I was like, I'm not buying none of this. I'm not believing none of this. This is all fake. I don't even think that DNA is correct. But we're just going to go along and pretend that Kurt gay ass went and cheated on Rashida dumb ass and made a baby with a stripper. Yes, I said stripper, not stripper. Because that's what they got down south. They ain't got strippers, they got scrippers. Opportunists and hoes. Not knocking your hoes, but let's just call it what it is. So, watching Love and Hip Hop, it's just like, I ain't know who half the motherfuckers was on there. Stevie looked a damn fool with that shiny ass red sweater on that looked like he done invaded Michael Jackson's closet, and them fur damn slippers he had on looking like the gayest version of Mr. Rogers I've ever encountered. So anyway, according to TMZ, they said the singer-producer filed for the license in Clark County on Tuesday. The clock's now running. They have 1 year to tie the knot, but it seems like they won't need that long. Stevie tweeted Tuesday, "I love you, Faith Renee Jordan," and Faith replied, "I love you back, Stevie Aaron Jordan." Oh Lord, now you're gonna say each other's names. But anyway, so that was the story before. But now the update is that they have already tied the knot, and multiple sources are confirming that Stevie and Faith got married in their hotel room on Tuesday night at around 10:30 p.m. So congratulations, I guess. I don't see it lasted. It'll probably be annulled. I don't know why she would marry him. Knowing his reputation, every season of when he's on Love and Hip Hop, he's always trying to reenact a scene out of Pimp's Hose Down. So I don't see like why she would even waste the energy of even entertaining the fact of marrying Stevie ass J, dumbass J, when he's just a player and looking for opportunity, and he broke. So that Love and Hip Hop money, what else he doing? He ain't producing nothing. Mariah Carey's in the studio. I don't know why she is. Well, not why she's not. I like the fact that she's in the studio, but why is she back in the studio with JD? So that's like going back with Stevie J. Like, you need to find some new producers to work with and not just be so caught up in, oh, he made me a hit like 15 years ago when the Emancipation of Mimi came out. Bro. So here's the other tea, because Faith Evans got, and more Faith Evans news, I should say. She went on Nori's Drink Champs podcast and admitted that once upon a time when her and Biggie was married, that she used to eat she used to eat him like groceries, the booty. She used to eat the cake and the may. Okay. So she done admitted on Drink, well, you know, on Drink Champs, they drink a lot. So they probably got her twisted. And she said she ate the booty like groceries. I am gagging. First of all, that's a whole lot of ass to be eating. Oh, you know, God said, you know, God bless the dead and all that other stuff. But Biggie, all that ass he had, and as big as he was, and she was back there just licking it and lapping it up like a dog lapping up water in his bowl. That's entertaining within itself and a little TMI. I wonder what Lil' Kim has to say about this. Because, you know, maybe she needs to come out and start comparing sexcapades with Biggie. Because we all know, like, from them videos and stuff, you know, all the songs she came out with. She used to be scared of the dick. Now she throw lips to the shit. Handle it like a real bitch. I want to know if you can one-up Faith and talk about maybe you ate his doo-doo or something. Okay, let me stop. I'm reaching. I'm going a little far. So let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Okay, so I'm going to give a shout out to Destiny's Child singer, Michelle Williams, who just revealed that she has checked herself into a mental hospital because she's been battling depression. So according to sources, they're basically saying that she's getting treated in a facility just outside of LA and has been there for the past several days. Michelle's been open about her struggles in the past. Excuse me. And she revealed, I remember she went on an episode of The Talk and she revealed that she's been battling depression. And I want to say this. I'm glad that someone like Michelle Williams acknowledged the issue, saw the problem, is getting the help that she needs, and is now seeking treatment. I wonder if, I mean, is she still getting married? Because I know she was supposed to be marrying, let's see if they talk about it. I'm sure she is still getting married, because I know she was engaged to this guy, I think it was a pastor or something or another. So I wonder if he's been by her side, and I didn't see anybody, like, I didn't see any reports on that. But she's basically was saying, like, for years I've dedicated myself to increasing awareness of mental health and empowering people to recognize when it's time to seek help, support, and guidance from those that love and care for your well-being. So I'll say this. Also, I'm glad that she's getting the help because, you know what, particularly when you're black or Latino or you're not a white person, a lot of us don't like to seek help from people. A lot of us like to be like, you know what, truck on, deal with it, suck it up, do it, self-medicate, do drugs, you know, smoke some weed, drink a little liquor, it'll go away. But no, it always resurfaces when you get sober. So I'm glad that, you know what, it's getting a little better, but I feel like we still, as people of color, have a long way to go to seek help and ask for help and get the help that we need. So I'm praying for you, Michelle, because you know, when Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. Okay. So speaking of mental health and depression, Katy Perry is also opening up about her bout with depression, where she did an interview with Vogue Australia, and she revealed that she was heartbroken last year when her album Witness failed to connect with audiences. Here's what she said. She was like, I have had bouts of situational depression, and my heart was broken last year because unknowingly I put so much validity in the reaction of the public, and the public didn't react in the way I had expected to, which broke my heart. Music is my first love, and I think it was the universe saying, okay, you speak all of this language about self-love and authenticity, but we're going to put you through another test to take away any kind of validating blankie. Then we'll see how much you truly love yourself. To me, I felt the reason why I think Witness didn't resonate with people is because it wasn't a good record. Like, to me, I felt like a lot of the songs, they were like middle of the road. They were very much a lot of these down type of songs. They weren't like uplifted. They didn't have that same energy as the previous hits. And I'm not saying that you have to constantly follow the same formula that you always follow with your music. You can always switch it up and try different things. I'm always for artists experimenting. It just felt to me that when I listened to Witness compared to previous albums that Katy has done, I felt she went about as deep as a damn pond with this record. I don't feel like I really got to feel and understand and know Katy. I mean, she thought by, you know, me being authentic, trying to do these authentic type songs, and I don't feel that it felt real and natural and authentic coming from her. So I wasn't buying it. I'll basically say that. Even though there were some good songs on the record, but overall the record was, in my opinion, compared to her previous stuff, a disappointment. So right now I heard she's working on a new album. I'm sure she's going to get herself back on track, and we'll see what happens with the next record. So it was definitely a test because that album didn't do well, and then I saw parts of her tour, and I'm like, I wasn't feeling that either. I was kind of bored with her tour, but it is what it is. So let's talk about Cryrese. So now he's recently came out and started talking about his situation that he had with Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. If y'all don't remember, and y'all believe in The Rock, let me remind you. So back when, what was it? I don't even know how long ago. I've been talking about it so much, I don't remember the timeline. But a couple of months ago, because, you know, Dwayne Johnson comes out with a goddamn movie every 2 weeks, and I'm tired of seeing him on my screen. And I'm starting to think y'all are starting to feel the same way, too, based off of how his movies have underperformed lately, specifically Skyscraper and the one before that, which was Rampage, which is already out on demand. I just saw that. I'm like, damn, didn't that shit come out like a month ago? But anyway, so he basically went on Van Lathan's The Red Pill podcast, and he opened up about his situation with Dwayne, and basically said, I've yet to talk to The Rock to this day, and we will have a conversation. I found myself being the messenger on behalf of various people associated to the franchise, but stupid me was the only one who went public about those feelings, which is my own fault. You know, it's not professional, it's not cool. And the person who probably was talking was probably Vin Diesel, was frustrated because Dwayne Johnson, quite frankly, has the career that he almost had, but fucked it up because Vin thought his shit didn't stink. That was basically the vibe I got. Like, you know, when you do the first Fast and the Furious movie, and then you're like, oh, I'm too good for this. And then you start doing these other films, and you start doing The Pacifier and all this other bullshit, and it's like, really? Come back home. So he came back to the Fast and Furious franchise, and quite frankly, it wasn't until, in my opinion, Dwayne Johnson jumped on the franchise that it reignited a spark into the franchise that made me interested again. Because let's be real, after that Tokyo Drift one, y'all were on y'all way to straight the motherfucking DVD. Y'all was. So we should be thanking Dwayne, because at the time of that, when that movie came out, Dwayne was kind of the person that was saving a lot of franchises. He breathed some life also into the G.I. Joe movies, even though they weren't that great. it was exciting when he was in it. And I kind of was mad that y'all killed off Channing Tatum, but that's a whole nother story. So Cryrese thought he was just going to be the one to jump in and be the messenger and be the one that would, but it's like, boo. When you basically, your only check coming in is whenever you do a Fast and the Furious movie, and Dwayne Johnson is pretty much the person that's getting this shit, the ball running, then what are you going to do? So maybe he's saying this because maybe he wants a part in the what is that movie called? Shaw and Hobbs movie, Hobbs and Shaw. Because, you know, he's getting the spinoff. Idris Elba's about to be the villain. They've already started casting a lot of people. I don't know who's directing it, and I know Chris Morgan, who wrote all the other Fast and the Furious movies, has jumped on this film and is writing for this script. So I'm sure like they're trying to rejudge and reignite and Jesus and fix up this whole thing. But yeah, so hopefully they work it out that Cryrese will be the one to make the whole situation work out and be the way, you know what, my bad, basically, and work it out with it, because it's like, you need to not burn bridges. Sometimes when you have these conversations, you need to have conversations with these people, because at the end of the day, if they're going to look at it as like who they're going to go for before you, Dwayne Johnson is a box office draw and when it comes to Hollywood. So you might want to watch what you say around something, because you may end up you're still having to wait for this Fast and the Furious movie script to get written, greenlit, for you to even get a job. So I don't think, and then also I feel like you should be mad at Universal. Universal came with the idea of, yeah, let's do this spinoff. And if I was Dwayne, I would do it, because why am I going to stop my money? Or because they want to do this film. If Universal's coming to me like, we're going to want to give you your own spinoff, go ahead, do your spinoff. As long as you can find a way to squeeze in a part for me, I'll do Hobbs and Shaw. I'll do Fast and the Furious. It's another check. Like, you got to think smart. And we already know Cryrese reacts via emotion and don't think about the long haul, which is another check where I got food and shit and taking care of my kids and all that other stuff, and I got another check in the house for another year. I ain't got to worry about working. So hopefully you work it out, but I don't know. So the last topic I want to talk about quickly is Britney Spears. So, you know, she's on tour. She's taking her Piece of Me residency around the world. And I believe, I don't know when she's in New York, but she says she's open for a reunion of the Mickey Mouse Club. Now, those of you who don't remember or aren't even aware, that's my generation. So, Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, JC Chasez, Ryan Gosling, and Kerry Russell are the big names that was on the show. So this is like almost 25 years ago. So she said she's up for a reunion. She was like, it was a really good time. This is what she told Entertainment Tonight. It was a really great time. It was probably one of the most special times of my life, the Mickey Mouse Club. So it'd be interesting to see her do a reunion, but how would that work with you and Justin Timberlake being in the same room? Because I don't think you two have worked it out or patched things up. Or can you be cordial with this reunion? Because, you know, how you had the high profile relationship, and then the cheating accusations and the Cry Me a River video and the disrespect, you know, how shady JT is. I'm not a fan of his for a lot of reasons. I'll just say two, Janet Jackson. So I welcome the Mickey Mouse Club reunion, but it probably will be awkward to see her and Justin in the same room. But I would think, like, since y'all both in your mid-30s, that you'd probably be able to be cordial and work it out. So I guess that's all I have for right now. I'm going to keep you guys posted throughout the week in case any more juicy stuff comes up. Let me know what your thoughts are. Like, comment, share, do all that good stuff. Also follow me on Facebook, Chris Avalon, look me up. Chris Avalon NYC on Twitter. Instagram is Chris Avalon Blog. And, damn, do I have anything else? I know I got Snapchat. Chris Avalon NYC, I believe that's the same thing, too. Look, I'm everywhere, girl. Like, what are you going to do? I'm everywhere. You know, when you're doing social media, you got to have a whole lot of, a lot of things open and popping and all this stuff. But anyway, let me stop rambling. Let me shut the fuck up. I love you all. Thank you all for tuning into the entire video all the way to the end. Thank you for all of that. I love you all for watching. And talk to you soon.